Hey y'all, it's Betsy with Happily Ever After Center and welcome back to another cruise video. So today we are finally in Athens, Greece. I'm so excited. Athens and Santorini were the two ports that I literally booked this cruise for. Mom has been here once, maybe twice before. I don't know, I've never been here. I'm excited. We are going to get off the ship and search for the hop-on, hop-off bus. A lot of the things that we want to see, we'll be able to see from the hop-on, hop-off bus without booking a big tour. And we're really excited. I don't know, we're gonna see all the things. And I just want to get off the ship and go. So we had a early breakfast and we're getting ready to get off. I think the hop-on, hop-off bus is right here, easy from the terminal. A lot of people in the Facebook group, if you don't know, most sailings have a Facebook group specific for that sailing. It's a great place for asking questions and figuring out what there is to do in each port. And a bunch of people in there were saying that the hop-on, hop-off bus here in Athens is $15 a person and really close to the port. So we're gonna go see if that is true and we're gonna go into town. Let's go. Looks like you get off the ship and you can go right over through the port building and into the city. So we are gonna head down that way, and I'm sure if there's a hop-on, hop-off bus stop right over here, there will be people with information on signing up. So let's go. All right, well, this is a giant building. It says exit up there. I think we have to go through this part to the left, Mom. Here. Because look, it's an open door over there. There's no one in here.
$40 stops, 1 day, 1 pass.
All right, so he said the line here goes from the bus.
Okay, no worries. You can buy your tickets here.
From the cruise to the Acropolis and back, and it's 30 minutes. But then from here you can get on the Athens bus and go all around Athens, then get back on the bus to the port. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we are on the bus. You can see the other hop-on, hop-off bus, the official one. I haven't seen what their rate or tour is since we booked this one, the blue bus. But I imagine it's very similar. Either way, we are headed into Athens and to the Acropolis first. The noise just started. Let's go. All right, so we got off the bus, and you can see the Parthenon, the Acropolis, which is the long walk. And then when we're ready, we can get on the bus that takes us all around Athens to see the other sites in Athens. But we're gonna walk up the hill.
Yeah.
We might
Take us a bit.
we might be a minute to get there. It's a long walk, but we're excited.
Yes.
Let's go. All right, it's a little hard to tell, but all the signs say Acropolis pointing this way. There's lots of other signs saying Atticus, other things. So you keep heading towards the Acropolis. Mom found some shade. All right, y'all. So after we walked up the initial hill, we found this little area, which is a little cafe and the ticket shop to buy your tickets to go up the Acropolis and to get in to the entire Parthenon area. If you want to, you can purchase your tickets ahead of time, either just through the Acropolis or through Ticketmaster. We didn't do a lot of research, so we went and looked in line. We got here at 11 a.m. and in October, it wasn't that many people, but it was still a huge crowd. And at 11:30 when we got here, they were sold out of tickets until entrance at 1 p.m. So we ended up buying a ticket and a tour from Penny, a little lady who was walking around selling tickets to all the suckers in line. And it was 50 euros, both for the entrance and a tour. So she actually took us, you'll see in a second here, she takes us all the way up to the Parthenon. She told us all the history all the way along. She made sure we got through. We were not 100% sure on the value, but I figure it's 100 euros for both of us, plus the hop-on, hop-off bus to get here, and we're still going to go around Athens. That's 140 euros. The tours with Carnival by themselves were more than that per person. So if we had purchased a ticket to get in for 1 o'clock, we're already back down from our tour now. We would still be in this line, which goes all the way up to get into the Acropolis. So if you do not pre-plan, actually purchasing one of the little ticket and tours from the local tour guide is not a bad way to go. We had a good time. It was a good value for what last minute planning we did. But if you want your best value on your own, not booking a tour, book your tickets ahead of time. For now, I'm going to go ahead and start putting in the footage of actually going up the Acropolis, and you can see what it looked like. All right, y'all, we made it all the way to the top. Our tour with Penny is over. Mom ended up staying down below a little bit, but the line to get back down is half the distance. It's going to be a minute, but it was a fabulous tour, even though it was easy peasy, just potted at the gate. And now I think I'll go see where Mom went. All right, we made it down. I found Mom. Woohoo! And we are gonna go down from our tour. So the tour ended up being really good. Penny was a good tour guide. Mom was disappointed she missed the top part, but all those slippery marble steps just
Not good for me.
had her name written on them.
I learned my lesson.
We will see y'all at the bottom. Then we're gonna get back on the hop-on, hop-off bus. All right, we got off the hop-on, hop-off bus here at the Parliament to see the changing of the guards. It happens every hour, and we were right a couple minutes before.
5 minutes before.
So, great timing. And now we're going to walk over to Pandora. It says there's one only 0.3 miles from here. And then we will make our way back down towards the Acropolis, where we will have to catch a bus back to port and leave Athens forever.
Not forever.
Or
You can
today.
come back like I did.
Okay, to Pandora.
Bye.
All right, so we've come right down from Parliament through this little park, and now it says we're gonna go straight for another 3 minutes, and Pandora will be on this road. All right, you can still barely see Parliament through the trees. And here's Pandora, so we'll go see what they have. All right, so it doesn't show on this stop, but we walked right out of the shops here, and right along here, they are letting people on and off the blue, the yellow, and the red, all the hop-on, hop-off buses. You can see we're still just across from Parliament and the square. So if you don't want to walk, it doesn't show as a stop on the map they gave us, but we've been sitting here for 20 minutes. We literally just missed the first blue bus, and we saw the yellow and the red bus stop here as well. So bus stop. Going back to the Acropolis, which is where we'll get off this bus and get on the bus that goes to the port, and then we'll be back at the ship. All right, y'all, so this is when we actually started having problems. We finally got on the hop-on, hop-off bus to go back to the port. We had started trying to get on a bus at 4, and it took almost 45 minutes to actually get a bus. They're supposed to come every 15 minutes. They did not come for 45 minutes. And then we got back to the Acropolis. It was another almost 30 minutes before the bus for the port came, which means Mom, I, and 3 other people on the bus were almost so late to the ship that we almost missed the ship. They literally called us when we were screaming through the parking lot trying to get back to the ship, and asked, "Hey, where are y'all? We're like, the ship's trying to leave." And we were like, "We can see the ship. We're on our way. Like, please don't leave us." And we pulled right up to the port. We got off. There was 5 white shirt officers waiting for us, and they literally clicked on their little walkie-talkies and said, "The last 5 people are here." They touched my mom on her shoulder and said, "After she gets on the ship, pull in the gangplank." So we were literally the last 5 people on the ship. We almost got left in Athens, and while it was magical, the Parthenon was everything I've studied for the last 10 plus years. I thought it was like it was literally like walking into a movie for me. Like, it was everything my dreams thought it was going to be, but I did not want to stay there. I wanted to get back on the ship. So in the case of this happening again, Mom and we should have grabbed a taxi when the bus was taking so long to come. We just kept trusting that they said it would be every 15 minutes and it was going to come, and that was definitely a mistake on our part. We learned our lesson. In the future, if the bus isn't coming, we'll just pay for a taxi and get back to the port, because that is an extra expense, not nearly as extra as paying to stay in Athens and try to get back to the ship at the next port. So I'm going to leave the video here. I'm sorry I did not film any of that for y'all, but as you can imagine, we were quite upset and worried and running and just trying to get back on the ship. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of Athens. We had a great day, and we will see you next week for our next port of Santorini. Bye, y'all.